second year as head coach. How will the Tigers be different this year under your leadership than they were last year?
Well, this will be year 2 with our scheme, so they'll be more comfortable with our offense. We got our skill positions are returning. They'll be more comfortable with it. They'll be able to play faster, just more comfortable with the overall scheme and little things like that.
Speaking about your skill guys back there, quarterback, running back, wing back, they all returned. They were all all did a nice job for you last year. Talk to me about them.
Well, we got some speed on the edge, and then we got Will McRobert, who's our big fullback down the middle. Expect him to do some big things. Chris Jackson, speed on the edge, does a good job catching the ball. We got some speed. Cordy Kiger returns, more experience at the quarterback position. We got Jade Holt, another returner. He plays quarterback. So we've got some battles at different positions, and kids are going to be working hard, to fill out those spots.
McRobert is a throwback. Given the ball, he puts his head down and just moves forward.
Yeah.
Keeps his feet moving.
Yeah, he did a really good job of that later on in the season, of making one cut and going. Not trying to dance and hit. That's what he does best. He puts his head down and goes. And he's gotten a lot stronger in the off season. Probably our strongest kid on the team, and he's gotten quicker. Lost a little weight, and so he moves a lot better now. So we're expecting big things out of him.
They key on him, that's when you go to the outside.
Yep. When they key on him, they load the box, then we go outside with Chris, play action pass, stuff like that. We got some, 1-2 combos inside outside. So just getting the offensive line, they'll be also more experienced. So, just securing the edge and little things like that, and we're going to compete.
You expect a leader out of your quarterback, but Kiger is that leader, isn't he?
Yeah, he's taken a lot of steps over the off season. He's more comfortable with it, reading defense, watched a lot of film, and Jade Holt's also going to push him for that spot. So last year, we're thin again, but he was going to be a little less comfortable there this year, knowing he's got somebody right on his heels that if he can't get the job done, somebody else will. So there's a lot of competitiveness for that position. So they're going to be working hard.
That's good, isn't it? To have that competitive. Your numbers aren't big, but
Yeah.
you do have some guys competing for some spots, and that moves things up just a notch.
Yeah, Class 1 football, we're thin. Injuries will kill us, but that's school-wide. So, but yeah, we've got some position battles that we're excited about as a staff, and they're going to have to work hard for those positions, and it's going to make us better.
Your offensive line, you got some big fellas, and I mean big fellas up front.
Yeah, we've have done some growing over the offseason, which is good. Tyler Buford, he's gotten bigger. Landon Swearingen's back. We're expecting big things out of him at center. Jed Troutman, one of our best players on the team. We're excited about him. Lucas Howard, a tight end, tackle type guy. And, there's a couple other position battles for that tackle. So we got guys fighting for those positions. So, yeah, our size is better this year.
Will your offense with the running game and running the clock be your best defense?
Yeah, and we tried to do that some last year. Again, it was a year 1, struggled a little bit with stuff like that, but we want to control the game. If we can go no huddle if we'd like. We can pick up the tempo, but what we do is, limit the possessions for the other offense and run that clock and kind of control the game a little bit. That's our goal.
Defensively, you're going to have a lot of guys who play both ways, but in a way, they're still in the game, so that's a good thing. They're still mentally, in there on every play.
Yeah, they're seeing it from both sides of the ball. That's 1A again, playing both sides of the ball, getting in shape, and they're just understanding things. They understand the offensive side. That helps them with defense. They understand the defensive side, helps them with offense. They help each other out, and so they're going to gain a lot doing that, and just working hard, and also to help with the conditioning and stuff like that. So our practice is going to be up tempo because we have low numbers, so that'll help us as well.
That's one of the things you told me last year, that no matter what happened, you wanted your team to be the best conditioned team, the hardest hitting team. Are you on your way to doing that? We're
trying. I mean, since I've been here, that's what we've been trying to incorporate, strength and conditioning, some mental toughness, good conditioning. And we've had a pretty good off season in the weight room this summer. Guys are working really, really hard. I'm impressed with how good a shape they're in, and it makes it easier on us to keep continually pushing them. We did that last year, struggled a little bit, but they know what to expect now with me and how I'm going to push them, and they expect it, and they appreciate it, and they work hard for me.
The key for your season will be
staying healthy and, just running the football, keeping teams off balance.
Have they bought in?
I believe they have. They're excited about it. They're always talking about, what they've learned, what they're seeing. That's one thing we try to, you got to see what the defense is doing, and then we can make our adjustments. So they're becoming more familiar with that.
And that's important to take that next step to really becoming a winning and a good program year in and year out.
Yeah, we have our rules, we have our accounting systems, we have, if they do this, we do that. And they're a year into it, they're much more familiar with it. They're making those connections, which makes it easier on me having to, make those adjustments in the game.
Conference-wise, how do you see that?
Again, I see Milan up top, Knox up top, Schuyler going to be battling. I know Putnam, they've got some kids out. They're going to be tough. They'll be better this year. North Shelby, they got a good coach there and they're going to compete too. So I think it'll be open again this year, and seeing Milan, Knox, and Schuyler competing up there for the top.
After Milan, it all depends how you're playing. It could be anybody to get in there to get to districts.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, Knox scores a ton of points. They did late in the year, scoring a lot of points. Schuyler played really good defense, and Milan does what they do very well. So, it's week in, week out. It's going to be competitive. So we're looking forward to it.
You can change things as it goes along, but you want to change things so you're not as predictable.
Yeah, we all through the year we scout every team, and we just run the plays that we think will work best against each defense.
How is the team chemistry maybe coming back from what you had last year? Do you like what you see that way?
Yeah, we have a lot coming back. We lost a lot last year, but we still have quite a bit coming back. And I think most of us are pretty close with each other. We hang out when we're not at football practice, and I think that helps build a lot of, just builds a lot. And that way, when we get on the football field, we trust each other and we don't try to do too much.
Been to the playoffs 2 years in a row. How does that playoff experience help you? It really doesn't mean anything you went to the playoffs, but how does that experience help you during the year?
It's just not as much pressure throughout the year because we've already played in a couple of big games, and we just go from there.
How How has your coach changed over the last couple of years?
He's matured, so I don't think he's really changed too much. He just watches more film, and he just realizes what each of us can do because he's been with us longer, so it's not just kind of just thrown out there. He just knows our strengths and weaknesses and puts them so we are in the best position as we can be in.
Okay. And over the years, this has been a program that a town, a school that expects to win in football. You embrace that?
Yeah, we've had winning seasons. Last year we had a pretty good season. The year before that we did pretty good, but this town expects us to win, so that's what we're just going to go out and try to do.
Okay. And your goals for the year?
Our goals, we want to make it further past that Western game that we lost to last year. We'd like to make it further than that, win a district championship, and go on and make a run in the playoffs.
One more thing. How do you think you'll be a better player this year than you were last year?
This year, I think that we won't have to rely on Kellen to get the ball, and I'll just have to probably have a couple more carries and expect to do more things, and I think that'll be good.
Okay, and you got Royce back at wide receiver. Nice target to have.
Yeah, Royce, he's a big receiver to throw out to. He's one of the best athletes in our conference, if not the best, and it's just going to be fun to play with and just give him the ball.
More timing with him because you can throw the ball up and let him catch it on the run?
Yeah, he's a good athlete. You just throw it up and he'll go get it no matter where it's at.